Good morning, Gemini. How are you? Early in the morning here in southern Vermont. It's great to be with you. All the links from me are below. It's a general reading. Take it as it flies. It could be vice versa. Make sure you focus on the energies, not the gender. And let's jump right into it. Gemini, there's a as there often is, I just love you folks. There's very ethereal feeling as I've been getting ready for your reading and shuffling and pulling out cards. So, overall, there's something that is grounded and yet very ethereal, which is not a surprise to me as a reader about your energy. So, let's take a quick look at your oracle cards. Just sort of give you an overview of the energy. So, Gemini, for you, this is you, and this is your partner. This is some energy that came out right in the middle, flipped right out of the deck. So we have the notion of simplicity. I think in a certain way, you're in a period of being very quiet. And then next to simplicity, we have the Earth Keeper. There's something very deep. Okay, my guides are talking about. Okay, a lot of words coming through. They're talking about simple magic. You know, my guides are saying when you boil things right down and you come into a center point of focus that is clear to yourself and simple. I'm trying to find a word that explains how it's feeling here. There's a beautiful floaty quality. I'm being pulled across a little bit, but there's a profound grounded feeling, if that makes any sense. Very ethereal and yet grounded. And we have the Earth Keeper. Next to that, we have the rattle, the shaman's rattle. That is about drawing on the spirit tools of the shamanic realm. And it's akin to, if you look at the book, the body of the rattle is akin to the earth spinning on its axis. So I think what we're looking at is the way this full moon affected you. And of course, this is your partner. And look, your partner has earth and she is the moon. So I think, like everybody else, this full moon that we just had in Pisces has drawn us, many of us, into the deep within ourselves to recapture something that's precious. And in that, my guides are calling it an effort. In that effort, we'll see what that is. You're just feeling grounded in the simplicity of your being and grounded in the simplicity of what your energy, the way your energy is working with the collective, right? Shaking the shaman's rattle, bringing forward that which is meant to come into your life and here on earth. And you're taking a very okay, my guides are saying the depth of your perception. And it's interesting because, Gems, you have this as the theme to your reading. That's the Queen of Wands. Look at that. And she's in full creative mode. She's got an infant in her arms. You are recapturing something. So this is a story in this deck about a woman who gave birth. The baby was stolen from her. She went through loss of her reputation, if you will. And eventually it was found out that, of course, she was accused of harming the baby. That was not true. And eventually, through her steadfastness, thank you, that's what they're talking about, the child was returned to her and her reputation and her ability. So you may have felt a little bit as we went through this full moon, and maybe you're still feeling it. The things were just, there was something that wasn't well balanced. As this would indicate, if the Queen of Wands is not feeling balanced, it's a new sensation for her, my guides are saying. So your creative energy has been restored to you because you are grounding yourself, but in a very sacred way. And you are feeling the energies that are going on here with, we've got Uranus and Taurus, we have Chiron and Aries, we have everything that's going on with Capricorn, And so as you are moving through the week, you may feel really grounded, which allows you to be pulled across into some kind of quiet wisdom, and you're working with the spirit energy that's going on. Very interesting. And as is your partner. So there's I think, some new place in the relationship. Maybe the relationship you had, definitely if your partner, and therefore you, affected by this moon energy. But it's brought everything into this quiet simplicity. It's quite beautiful. And then from that place, this is the card in my readings that indicates you. What are you doing, under the umbrella of this Queen of Skill, right? Queen of Wands energy. The ability to manifest power, passion, beauty, all those things. And it sends you on a gorgeous soul journey. Look at that. So we're talking about factors of Kundalini awakening. As human beings, we're here. Spirits in a human body, and in some way you could say we slumber. And something happens, and it was the full moon in Pisces, and it pulls you across, pulls you into the deep, and your soul goes out. Let me see if I can put that right there. Your soul goes out. You see the bowl and the destiny turning above the head of this spirit walker? You're going out into the universe, Gem. Ooh, look at that. Oh, you didn't see it. Darn it all. Look what just literally flipped out of the deck. It did that. Just like that. Thank you, Spirit. That's what the guys are talking about. Look, that's the High Priestess. You're going into the depths of your being, the depths of your knowing. So the High Priestess in this deck is the guardian of truth and the guardian of the gateway, as the High Priestess is. Right? So if you want to get into the Temple of All Wisdom, Temple of Solomon, you need to have an audience, my guides are saying, with her. And so that's what's happening. So here we see you going on this soul journey, and you're standing in front of the Temple of Wisdom to have an audience with the Queen, right? The High Priestess. The Sacred Mother is there. We see water. Let me put that up there. We see water in the top left hand of the card. So we're talking about the flow of life, the flow of sacred information. She's holding her disc. She's very activated. And we see destiny turning in this disc that she's holding between her heart chakra and her throat chakra. Very interesting. So I love that. You're going deep this week, and you're feeling grounded while you're going deep. It might be a new experience for you and your partner, and it may be because of the bond that you have with each other that's making you feel grounded into the love, perhaps. At the time of the full moon, there may have been things that have just come clear, right? Clarity may be restored. And when that happens, it allows you to go deeply into the spiritual realm of your nature and within the relationship, I believe. And you bring it into this place, Temple of Solomon, the place where all the wisdom, all the scrolls my guides are talking about. So look, there you go. Another notion of destiny turning. We see this vibration. This is the 7 of Cups. So it's a story about someone who had to go and retrieve this vibrational instrument that had been stolen in a war party, a raid my guides are talking about. So I think while you're standing in this place and the shaman's rattle is being shaken, you're here and you're looking at all the wisdom, you're looking at all your choices. Wow, this is really interesting. This has been happening for 2 days. The deck has been breaking apart. Yeah, look. You see the bounty that you have in your life, and you're feeling very creative, and you're just kind of looking at it. That's the 4 of Wands, my darlings. This woman has, her vessel is full. She's sitting before this beautiful pond. Her shoes are blue. She's walking into a new destiny, contemplating perhaps the struggles in her life. See this? So you may have had some struggles, and maybe some things really came clear at this beautiful full moon in Pisces. So 4 of Wands, celebration, bonded love, marriage, soulmate. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. twin flame quantum partner. That's the bridge card that ties your human walk, which is this, to the spiritual realm that you embody. Ooh, that's what my guides are saying. There you go. Knight of Swords. Ethical, pure, has been through his transformation. We can tell by the blue kilt. Sun's coming up. When you come to this moment, and you're standing in front of all this wisdom, something that you intuit, but also something that you literally experience in your life, a lot of clarity is going to come. And look, gems, look. Aw. My guides are saying you don't even need to say anything because everybody gets it when you see this picture. It is about, it's an interesting theme coming forward. It is about a quantum partnership, twin flame soulmate. This couple was kept apart from each other, and they too had to go through a journey to recapture something, and that's what this is about, recapturing a vibration. And there's the Four of Wands, and we have this on the soul level. So I think you're connecting with somebody that you have very deep soul bond with. Like all readers say, it can go vice versa. This can be with anybody in your life. So think widely. It might be somebody at work that suddenly you're looking at options. What could we create? What could we achieve? It could be a family member. But if you're really dealing with a partner, well, my guys just said whether they're new or old. Pardon me, I'm gonna get a little sip of tea. The bonding now is coming into a completion point, and there may have been some hard work involved, but suddenly, somehow, you both became really grounded into the simplicity of your knowledge about what's happening. And you're just feeling all this beautiful passion. Queen of Wands, look. And this is the shaman's rattle. Something happened. Some of you really did meet somebody new, and some of you, because of the moon, because of some conversations or some realizations that came forward for you, things just fell together. And in that moment, it felt really simple. Like, how was this hard for us? And here we are. It's really beautiful. It's magical. It may feel shamanic, and you're just grounded into each other. So gorgeous. Look, here's the next card. Look at that. You're holding the spool of destiny in your hand. And not only are you holding the spool, do you see the tower behind her? Let's see if we can get a close-up of that. So you see that tower? It's filled with energy. It's filled with light. She's literally winding the spool, or winding the threads, pulling from the spool of destiny to create, as the Queen of Wands will, that which inspires her, that which she wants to come forward. She's very activated. There's a lot of energy in this relationship. I like it. And you see how it's connected with the soul journey and this moment of Seven of Cups where you looked at all the options and you felt very inspired and you chose something, or you chose someone. My guides are saying it's really interesting. Look at this. Look what comes next. Do you see? King of Pentacles. Bounty, wisdom, grounded, earth sign energy. This person was a peasant who rose to be the king. And there is never any lack. He's got his cup in his hand. He has experienced his shift and change. And because of that, new growth is coming forward. Look at the look on his face. Happy, content, wisdom, maybe a little shock and awe, like, how did I find that woman? So what I love about this, hang on, let's see if we can get it back to where it was. What I love about this is it's in direct alignment with the Queen of Wands. So somebody's reaching new heights in a relationship. It's quite lovely. Really like it. And it's quiet, and it's beautiful, and it's grounded. It feels easy. There's no challenge within the partnership. I think the challenge came from something that happened prior. Very interesting. I have to write some comments in the comment section. Tell me what's going on. Look. Gem. My beautiful gems. Do you see that couple? Do you see how they're sharing energy? That's Three of Cups. They have overcome something that was standing in the way. I wonder what happened. You'll have to tell me. So, there may have been a three-party situation. There may have been choices in love that needed to be made. And when the choice was made, and you decided to come to this Four of Wands moment, something emerged. And it became clear to you. And you recaptured your vibration, destiny turned, and you walked right into the Four of Wands celebration tent. Look, so beautiful. So they're just touching. They're literally sharing energy between them. And it is the energy that they had to share with each other that caused them to overcome the obstacle. Now they're just grounded. They're able to be together in all the ways that people really want. Right? You want intimacy. You want a real joining. Look at this. Gem, beautiful. Let's check out your gorgeous partner, Spirit. What can we learn? What is it that we can learn about this beautiful partner for Gemini? What's going on for beautiful gems? Interesting. So I think for some of you, okay, wow, there's so much energy coming through. Something happened for your partner. All right, here's the story. I got 4 cards coming out. 5, my guides are saying. So that's the King of Cups. In this deck, he's known as the Sacred Pathfinder who clears away obstacles. So there was an obstacle. There was something standing in the way. So this is a mystical king. His spirit clears away obstacles. He has mystical vision. He travels back and forth to my guys just said the psychic realm. So maybe you drew each other together psychically. Something must have happened. And he's standing in the full light of the sun. It's really beautiful. And it was the moon perhaps that pulled him forward. Look. My guys are saying, and there's the partnership. Do you see how you're looking into each other? Look at that. Both have a spear. She's very strong. She's been through her initiation rites. She's got her amulet on. The winds of change are blown in her life. She is a warrior in her own right. Her hand is open and she's ready to receive what's coming in her direction. Something beautiful happened with the way you fell together, or the factors of your relationship that fell together in the ways that they did. A decision was made. That's a Two of Swords. So, on both sides of the equation, my guides are telling me to say that. That's how they talk to me. Say that. What it means is, yes, a decision was made. Somebody went deep inside, contacted the numinous, the divine, the guides. See that? It might have been a little bit of an uphill struggle. There was transformation along the way, if you look at the garments, but transformation through passion, love, desire. And you touched the hand of the divine. So that's an eagle, right? They're known to have sacred vision and be in touch with the guides, right? They soar along the drafts, and they can soar for miles, and it's effortless. If you've ever seen an eagle soaring above a river or something like that, really beautiful. So so 2 things. So did you see how it's aligned with the King of Cups, the King of Art, the Pathfinder? Somebody went out and you met, my guides are saying, you met in the wind, you met in this very ethereal way, and it feels very grounded. It's so beautiful. So here we have you, your partner, okay? 6 of Wands. Victory in life, career, love. In this deck, we see someone who's come onto a new foundation. They've reached mastery. They have their tools, and they're looking into the mystery of the universe. Something's being created with love and passion and fire. We can't see what's coming forward, but we know there's a great work of art coming. It's really interesting. Wow. And it's just, I don't know if you can tell, it's just quiet here. It's just quiet. The energy's very soft and really beautiful log. Okay. 2 things. So, your lover reached this moment where their energy was just able to flow. The woman of art. It's a story about a woman whose destiny was to turn into a river. And it was along that river, the River Boyne in Ireland, and along that river rose up many of the most sacred sites, the ancient sites, the passage tombs, all kinds of things like that. So she's got her wealth in her hand. The sun's coming up, and she's just standing there, emitting energy, and it's flowing out onto the earth. Wow, ooh, it's giving me a chill. So, Gem, whoever you're connecting with, it's feeling deep. It's feeling really grounded, and there's within it, there's a connection to this cycle of the moon. I think you both sort of, but as everybody did, you sailed into this shifting timeline that just happened here on the earth because of all the eclipses, and then, coming forward through the summer, all the retrogrades. We came to this beautiful, beautiful moment of a new moon in Virgo, and then the full moon in Pisces, and everything changed. It's, okay, my guides are saying it's obvious and it's very subtle and quiet. And that's the energy you're standing in. And look at that, that's the last card. That's the Queen of Cups. So we have the King and Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Like perfectly made, perfectly suited for each other, right? Sharing each other's gifts. And I love that we see her again. Okay, my guides are talking about the transmutation of your lover. So here's the woman of skill looking at the King of Cups. Then we see this energy continuing into the Six of Wands, right? It's a foundation card in this deck. Some mastery, some greater form of mastery. And the process continues until she becomes the Queen of Cups. And what I love about it is the Queen of Cups is sitting next to the fire. Her hand is open too, isn't it? And she's sitting enthroned in the triple spiral of her destiny. Whoo-wee! Look at that. Wow, Gems. Send me a message. I always say that. Let me know what's going on. This is beautiful. It's quiet. It's serene. It's powerful. The two of you with your joined energy in this quiet way, right? We're talking about, my guides are talking about sovereignty, the way two sacred rulers create an energy that just brings calm. It brings peace. It brings quiet. And you're just basking in it. And, clearly, some of you are getting engaged or married. We see, say, two sets of sacred mates here. And within your mate, see, this person has a lot of their own development cycle, power, etc. You're going through the same thing. You've recaptured something, and this is what it's brought to you. I love it. Is it three? Okay, I'm just going to count. All right, so there's one set of sacred mates, 2, 3, 4. Gem, this is every quadrant of your life. That's why it's earthbound and it feels so solid. Really interesting. All right, Spirit, can we have a rune, please, for beautiful Gemini? Something about this gorgeous relationship. What else could be known for this lovely couple? Wow. I'm jealous. I want something that looks like that. Oh my gosh, Gemini. Okay, let's see what we've got. Yeah, wow. Whoo-wee. All right. All right. I'm going to put that there. That's about the torch. It's the rune of opening. Let's see. Where should we put this? Let's put this right here, okay? Let me grab my book and I'll just read to you a little bit from the book about this because it's quite lovely. So this is the rune of opening. It is the rune Kano. It's about opening. It is symbolized by fire and the torch. This is the rune of opening and renewed clarity. It is about dispelling the darkness that has been shrouding some part of your life. You are free now both to receive gifts and to know the joy of non-attached giving. So there's a simplicity and a freedom within the relationship, the feeling of how it is to be with this person. Kano is the rune for the morning of activities, for serious, clear intent and concentration, all of which are essential at the beginning of any new endeavor. It is one of the 13 cycle runes, and the protection offered by Kano is this: the more light you have, the better you can see what is trivial and outmoded in your own conditioning. In relationships, there can now be a mutual opening up, which may trigger and set in motion an awareness that the light of understanding is once again available to you both. Recognize that while on the one hand you are limited and dependent, on the other hand you exist at the perfect center, where the harmonious and beneficent forces of the universe merge and radiate. You are that center. Look at this. It's amazing to me. Simply put, if you've been operating in the dark prior to this moment, there is now enough light to see that the patient on the operating table was yourself. Good gracious. So this is about signals from the universe. Let's see. It is page 96. This is the messenger rune. It is Anzu's. And the keynote here is receiving messages and signals and gifts. Even a timely warning may be seen as a gift. The message may be that of a new life unfolding, and new lives begin with new connections, surprising linkages that direct you onto a new pathway. Take care now to be especially aware during meetings, visits, chance encounters, and particularly with persons wiser than yourself. When the messenger rune brings sacred knowledge, you are truly blessed. Loki is the ancient trickster from the pantheon of the Norse gods. So the trickster is also the bringer of benefits to humankind. He is a reminder that all kinds of individuals, even scoundrels and arch thieves, can be the bearers of wisdom. When you draw this rune, expect the unexpected. The message is always a call to a new life. See? Wow. Anzu's is the first of the 13 cycle runes that make up the cycle of initiation. They are runes that focus upon the mechanism of self-change. Just see this? The self-change that you both have been through in some way. So as such, it addresses our need to integrate unconscious motives with conscious intention. Drawing on Zeus tells you that the connection with the divine is at hand. It is a signal to explore the depths and the foundations, thank you, Spirit, of life, foundations of life, and to experience the inexhaustible wellspring of the divine in your nature. At the same time, you are reminded that you must first draw from the well to nourish and give to yourself. Then there will be enough, more than enough, to nourish others. There is a new sense of family solidarity that invests itself in this room. And that's why we started here, Gem. Okay? A new sense of family solidarity. Something has been restored. So for some of you, this is new. And for some of you, my guides just said, you're repairing your relationship. You're repairing your marriage. And because of whatever the challenge may have been, some difficulty that came, it sent you forward into the depths, not just of yourself and your soul journey, but into the relationship, into each other. And clarity came because you were dedicated and you just grounded yourselves and you brought forward this magic. So Gemini, congratulations. This is lovely, really beautiful. Thanks so much for being here. Click the like button for me if you would, and I'll see you next week. Thanks, Gem. Enjoy this magic. It's gorgeous, isn't it?